Hey people, injured here for every 3 faction war. This is Estia Province and Imperial Guard versus the Space Marines for the Blue Guard team. We have Volhrim with a Lord Commissar, strong offense and support, fights in melee combat with a refractor shield. Can also shoot his own fellas in the head, alongside Katla with a Lord General, fights in ranged combat with a retinue of stormtroopers, and add to this retinue throughout the game, getting more abilities. Strong defense and support, looks like the Armageddon Steel Legion over here. And rounding off the team, Qwest with an Inquisitor, offensive hero with powerful control abilities, begins in melee combat but can get specialized ranged weapons. Is this Death Core of Krieg? It is. Red Space Marine team Asmondeus with a Force Commander, very good offense, fights in melee combat, can also tank, disrupt and support with buffs. We got some Space Wolves. It's found a Commissar, but it's not going to knock him over with that shield up. Alongside here, Jamona with a Techmarine, starts off in ranged combat, puts out some good damage, can also support the structures and repair, even get into some melee. The Macho Man Marines are here. And rounded off the teams is Lazy with an Apothecary, support hero that fights in melee combat by default, begins with a targeted heal and a passive health regeneration aura. And a funky looking scheme kicking off early in the mid. Is this a 2v2 fight? No, it's a 1v2. Where's the other Imperial Guard player? They've pushed all the way up here and are decapping VPs and things. Space Marines here trying to get into some melee combat where Imperial Guardsmen do not like to be, especially when against power armored super soldiers. Look at that, just exploding them, those fists. West side, Tactical Marines here might drop a model. We're thinking about getting into melee with some Vostroyan Firstborn, thought again. Those fellows running off. Big old push here from the Space Marines, don't want to overextend this early. But they're doing some decent work. Maybe even take out the node, but here comes Qwest with a flank. Sentinel do some decapping and double guardsman. The Apothecary will tie some up. Vostroyan have shown up though, nullifying the cover of the Techmarine there. Firing from the back, Apothecary has to run, and a good thing they did, because that was Hammer of the Witches. Might still go down here. Just 4 hit points, surely. 1 burst from the las guns, and down goes the Apothecary. Good luck explaining that. Who's this? Oh, Force Commander also went down. Space Marine heroes, eh? Nothing that some las guns can't fix, apparently. So we've got a Sentinel from Qwest and a Sentinel from Volhrim. Katla going for triple guardsman. Don't see any retinue sergeants yet. There's a Devastator bolter. Heavy bolter, I should say. Just ate a stomp, and a Sentinel is, I think, going to be okay. Those Marines were rocking their Kraken bolts for a while, doing some extra damage. Needs to stay in repair range, that's for sure. And needs to try and tap. These guys are down, goes the Sentinel. Risky maneuver from Volhrim. Should have maybe pulled back as soon as they stomped. But tried to stay in play and get some Marine models down, but didn't quite work out. Held them up though, and got them pretty low on hit points. Don't see any Catechins yet. We're going to expect a response to these Devastators. Either Catechins or Spotters or both. Asmondeus also lost some scouts in those early exchanges. Bad opening over there then, in the west side for the Space Marines. Heavy bolter Devastators tied up by the Lord General, who does now have the Medical Sergeant. You see him on the left side there. Doesn't offer too much in combat, but can hand out medipacks for heals, which is useful. Some more melee going on. Those scouts are behind heavy cover. Heavy bolters found some guardsmen out in the open. Now we're getting torn apart. And the Techmarine, he's doing like 30 odd DPS with his default bolter. It's pretty nasty. Pick apart guardsmen pretty fast. They do have their sergeant, of course. Catechins on the way for Qwest. Straight into tier 2 for Katla, going for a quick Chimera for some driving around shenanigans. Shotgun scouts here having to get close and being ripped apart by las guns, but they do get away. Defending the power, yep. What's this? It's Assault Marines capping there for... Is that Lazy? That's Lazy. Got some more Assault Marine... Nope. Double devs for Jamona. The multi-laser turret lives. Looks like those guys got grenaded pretty hard. WTF, says Volhrim. They got stuck, apparently. Did those guys get a level for that? No, didn't even get a level. They wiped out a squad of guardsmen and don't get a promotion. Lord Commissar has the power sword, lead by example. inspires nearby troops and gives the Commissar some buffs too. Couldn't quite make effective use of it there, being shut down by the heavy bolter. Looking pretty solid over there now, the Space Marines, when they can take that VP back. Looks like they're pushing on towards power on the west side. Meanwhile, east side, we have Assault Marines and Scouts supported by a Storm Bolter Apothecary. Can shut down the Inquisitor with a stun. Hopefully, for the Apothecary, before she hammers him with the Hammer of the Witches. Backing off here. Doesn't want to mix with this. I mean, the Assault Marines counter this entire blob, basically, if they can avoid the stomp. There it goes. There's a jump. Knocking them back. The stomp is not seen. Maybe it's on cooldown. Shotgun blast. Knocks over the Inquisitor too. There's a stomp. Facilitates an escape, perhaps. Should be okay. Meanwhile, Power Bash is successful. Shut down here by the Basilisk Flare of the Lord Commissar, but didn't stop the bash. We got melter guns up here for Katla's Lord General. No quick Chimera then, not yet at least. Heavy bolters need to point different directions. That's it, nicely done by Jamona. And some flaming tactical marines. Bad news for those guards on what are they doing to get out of there, fellas. Katla does retreat them. Needs to retreat the Lord General, I think, as well. I think he's going to go down. And those guardsmen also went down as a bad engagement for Katla. Just got caught by the heavy bolter. Couldn't back off because they're suppressed. And thought that retreating through would get them killed. But maybe retreating a little bit sooner would have saved them. Maybe. We've got some Ogrins for Qwest. Assault Marines capping that fully built up power point on the eastern side. Apothecary is still level 1. Does have purification rights though. Help disrupt those Ogrins, I suppose. Techmarine's leveled up. Level 4. Bloody hell, he's killed a lot of guardsmen. And those guys are going to retake the west side. Imperial Guard do keep getting back in there and stealing it. Look at that though. Ogrins completely changing this matchup over here. Big threat to the Assault Marines. They'll be knocked over by the rights for sure, but they won't. They'll get back up and keep on smacking stuff. Inferno pistol for the Inquisitor. She's pretty low, but stays in the field. Ogrins with their bonehead leader there allows them to disrupt stuff. With user red, we've got a Manticore for Volhrim. That is a very bold choice. Going into tier 2 with just guardsmen and going for a Manticore first, you're expecting your Manticore to do some serious work for you. There's not much of a field presence, so you've got to get those shots going. But it's not really going to contest points with you and stuff and occupy forces. Force Commander's got its Sacred Standard and now a Thunder Hammer. Bad news for the Ogrins. What am I hearing? Oh, Power Bash. Jamona. Going to be disrupted by Katla's creeping barrage here. Plasma Devastators for Asmondeus on the west side. There's a Manticore Strike. And Plasma Guns, of course, for Volhrim. Ouch. Holy crap, there's your Plasma. Poor bastards, they do run off and live somehow. That fella did not dodge it. But some of the others did. They're still trying to keep in moving here. Ouch. That's too close to try and play chicken with a Plasma Dev. Are they going to get away? These guys might try a cheeky grenade. There it is. It's a good attempt. A very good attempt. Beautifully done by Asmondeus. You can tell Asmon is an Eldar player with that grenade there. Tactical Marines here, level 2 with a Flamer. The Force Commander goes down again, but the Sacred Standard means that he's just inspiring his troops even more. That he's down. 40% damage buff on that thing now. Looks like the fighting might be far away from him though. Assault Marines get a jump. These guys are just going to need to retreat here. Guards when they're getting jumped by Assault Marines is usually let's run away now time. Unless there's a Sentinel nearby or something. Or a hero. Ogrins are going to find a fight. Here we go. Looked like a direct hit from the Sentinel's crack missile there. Can they support these Assault Marines? They might have got a bit too far away from the Apothecary. The heal does go in and might have saved those guys. No war gear for this Techmarine. We might see the Plasma Gun and or Signum to try and counter these Ogrins more. They are a big threat. So Force Commander still down. Force Commander still down. So no Thunder Hammering. Creeping barrage there again from Katla. Level 3 Lord General. Doing some power bashing and stealing. We do have a red VP though. Scouts taking this. Can they finish it? Haven't seen a huge amount of pressure on the central VPs yet. What's this? A Predator tank for Jamona. Imperial Guard players looking kind of depleted. Well, Katla is. Goes tier 3 though. Might be able to drop a Lehman Russ into the backlines or something. Lord Commissar's level 3. Inquisitor's still level 1. Lord General level 3. Commissar, you might want to tie up these guys. Nope. Now inside the firing arc. Gets vision for a Manticore though. And does force them off. Nicely done by Volhrim. Knew what they were doing. Got some Ogryns over here now. Some blob capping and a meeting on the east side. These assault marines might want to go back to base and like reinforce or something. Plasma gun on the tactical marines will help shoot down the sentinel, that's for sure. Big bursts of damage out of that thing. Was that another Manticore strike or maybe a Basilisk flare? Ogryns coming in. They actually do a decent amount of DPS with their Ripper guns. Like, relatively close to Tactical Marine Bolter level, I think. And of course, they can rip you apart in heavy melee. Good push here. Might be a bit too far behind enemy lines. You see the Commissar retinue member giving that shield. Trying to retreat home. Should be fine. All the retinue members will die before the Lord General, though it can very rarely and occasionally bug that the Lord General will die first. Reviving the Force Commander. Do you escape though, Mr. Techmarine? Looks like you are going to. Saved by the suppression. Here comes the Force Commander. He is pissed. Manticore strike. Done pretty good work with that. Forcing retreats at least. Killed an Ogryn or two there, the Force Commander. What are you shooting at? Oh. As you may tell, the tree is a shot blocker. There's a tank, a Predator tank from Jamona. Katla is in tier 3. I don't think... And I don't have the red to drop a Lehman Russ. They've been using a couple of creeping barrages to decent effect. But it has taken their red out. Chimera here from... Sorry, a Bane Wolf from Qwest. Been a while since I've seen one. I believe they spawn at base now. They don't just spawn wherever you want. Uh-oh. Is he going to get another shot, this Sentinel? Nope. Wasn't quite close enough. The Bane Wolf with this massive chem cannon makes very short work of structures such as generators. You saw that thing got wiped. And also does some decent damage and a slow on hit. So nice little vehicle. Imperial Guard gonna triple push to the mid here. I see some Armageddon Steel Legion and some Deathcore of Krieg. Where are the Vostroyan Firstborn though? Now they're coming out of base. Looks like they're gonna go back to the Western VP and try and put some pressure on. While these guys go mid. We've got those plasma guns. No Vox operator yet. Ogryns are almost leveled up. So they've ripped some things apart, that's for sure. Lazy. There's some Vanguard veterans now. Looks like they've lost some stuff. Which I, of course, missed. Maybe it was during that power bash over there. Oh, a sail now on the Vanguard veterans. Bad news for those fellas. There's a heal. Ogryns have isolated the Apothecary, forcing him to retreat. No more support for the Vanguard veterans. They take him down, in fact. These guys need to get out of here. They just lost a bunch of energy. That was a really... Yeah, why did that jump take so long? That was very strange. I thought they were trying to throw out a melter, but of course Vanguard veterans don't have melters. That was very confusing. They did jump away eventually and didn't actually drop a model. Can the tank with the las cannons chase down the Bane Wolf? Needs to spin around first. There's a misfire. And shoots at some guardsmen. Okay, can't quite get it. 344 to 330. VPs actually very, very close. Here's some assault terminators for Asmondeus. Lots of plasma guns shooting at them, but they're going to need it. Unique Terminator variant for the Force Commander as a Manticore strike on the Marines. Ouch. That first rocket was a direct hit. How do they live? None of them died. Amazing. Give them a medal. Level 4 Commissar. Going for his Fist of Brockus. Power melee, power sword. Doing some decent work to the assault terminators here. And we have some stormtroopers with assault kits. Scouts might wipe if they're not careful. They were not careful. Lord Commissar is going to be taken out, doing a lot of damage though to the assault terminators. These guys, of course, can teleport, but they cannot retreat. Did they use their teleport already? I assume they did, or they'd be using it right now. Can they get a model off them? They do! And you're damn right that levels those guys up. Level 6 Lord General. Bloody hell, he's shot a lot of things. Stabilizers on the way, that's the one that gives a... Oh, down he goes. That gives a heal over time, I believe. Is this a new Bane Wolf? This is the same one. I think it's the same one. Baneblade on the field for Katla. You've seen these things not do so well in a number of 3v3s. They're usually pushed up a bit too much. And they get caught and they die fast. And there's 3 armies shooting them. Let's see how this one does. Ogren's going to be suppressed and have to run away. Guardsmen, or rather stormtroopers, are taking the VP. Steal that 1-to-1 cap. What is this? A bunker? No, it's a Lehman Russ. What's better than a bunker to drop? A tank. Boom. I don't have any... Oh, we might see Vanquisher to try and take this thing out. But I think Executioner would do pretty well here. Here's a las cannon for Jamona. Maybe 2 of them. No, this guy has advanced targeting, which I believe means he can't get a las cannon. Baneblade Demolisher Cannon over there. Boom. 2 of them live somehow. We have the main battle cannon. We have a Demolisher on the front. Those heavy bolters. And some las cannons on the side too. Boom. Holy crap. Those were Stone Guard, weren't they? Yes, they were. Some of them survived. They still are Stone Guard, technically. Vanquisher Cannon is on the way for Lehman Russ. Jamona's confused. Things are dying. Yeah, where are your generators? You've got none, Mr. Space Marine dudes. We do have some more Terminators, though, for lazy. This Bane Wolf is still causing problems. No melter bomb for these guys, eh? Not sure. I guess these Vanguard were purchased to fight the Ogrins a bit more effectively. But losing the utility of a melter bomb is a big deal, especially against Imperial Guard. That is a tough choice to make. Well, here we go. Let's see what they can do. There you saw a Purification Rites heal. Certainly doing a lot of damage to the Ogrins, but not quickly enough. With that Bane Wolf doing its thing, really messing up the coherency of these Vanguard veterans here. They're just going after Guardsmen now, and those guys have plasma guns. Here's some support from Jamona. Sentinel gets taken out. That Sentinel did some work. Terminator's teleporting in with power fists. Bane Wolf is going to go down here, I think. Yes. Nice assist from Jamona. Imperial Guard have recovered really well from some a little bit of a slow tier 2. But now they've got the Western VP. They've done some damage to Lazy's army for sure. And here comes another Baneblade. So there's that. Scouts getting on the VP here. That's an Executioner, Lehman Russ. I hear it. Was that a Manticore I'm hearing? Where is it going? Over here? No, I'm just an idiot. Apparently I'm just an idiot. I don't know where it was shooting, or if it even was. Who knows anything? Assault Terminator is teleporting in, which means they can't use the teleport to escape. Baneblade's big weakness is heavy melee squads. And these guys certainly are that. He needs to back away here. Look how much damage it's taking. Plasma cannon's also getting shots in. Here comes an Executioner, Lehman Russ, and some Ogrins. Took a bit too long to get moving there, but looks like it's going to be okay. Certainly a lot of stuff to repair. Look at the amount of damage these guys are soaking up. That is ridiculous. 3 full squads, are they? No, not one of them's not full. Of Plasma Gun Guardsmen. Baneblade is not going to be okay. I thought it was going to get away. This is going to be close. Down goes the Baneblade. But down goes also some Assault Terminators. So a fair trade, I suppose. Soup unit for what is basically a soup unit. Just not limited to 1 Terminators. Satco missile launcher here. Good, says Jamona. But there's another Baneblade, guys. Him and Russ doing some power bashing, and why not? Imperial Guard retain this side. They have lost their natural. They are retaking though. There's that Cyclone missile launcher. Look at the damage it does to the Baneblade. That's crazy. 337, 244. Land Raider Redeemer on the way for Jamona. Space Marines are done messing around, it seems. Got a last cannon. We got Vanguard, Stern Guard, sorry, with Vengeance rounds. Down goes that Lehman Russ, and the Predator lives. Big turning point I sense here for the Space Marines. Plasma Cannon's going to get a nasty shot. Ouch. That's painful. Melter Gun's using, what was it? Fight Harder, there we go. That was that orange buff you saw there. Reducing the weapon cooldown time. Basically, you can just shoot more. Apothecary with Armor of the Apothecarian. It's only level 2, really. Doesn't have the beefed up heal yet, which gets upgraded every 2 levels. Judgment is down on those Terminators there. We got Liber Heresius. Or is it Liber Heresius? One of those. Boom, there's that Judgment. Don't often get to see it go off, but those guys were not leaving. You have to wait 20 seconds, I think, to judge a target, although that may have been lowered in the years. Not sure how that heavy bolter was shooting through that wall there. Ogryns are in a bad way. Mark target on them. And they do have to run. Rocket run here. Speaking of running, pretty good one too. I assume that was Qwest, looking at the red. And Lazy's not pleased with the outcome. Asmondeus down to 2 units right now. There's that Land Raider eating a Manticore. Strike. Ouch. I'm amazed they haven't gone after this thing a bit more aggressively. Does have the Storm Eagle too. Space Marines are trying to cap with a missile launcher. Looks like they're going to be able to. Not sure what the cooldown is on this thing. But I think it's not short enough to get another shot off there before that cap happens. Speaking of capping, it's the Imperial Guard going after natural VPs now. Melter Gun Techmarine, level 7. Signum and Orbs of the Omnissiah. Where's he going? Oh, is he retreating back to the Land Raider? I think he is. I'm surprised though. I thought they retreated back to whatever was closer. I guess when you activate it, they always go to it. What is this? It's some more Assault Terminators, hey? There is another Baneblade over there for them to tear through. 333-192. Quite a decent VP lead for the Imperial Guard, but they are fighting Space Marines. And these guys can bring it in Tier 3. Like no other, really. Assault Marines on the way for Lazy. Look at the damage to this Baneblade already. What the heck? They are being buffed by the Sacred Standard, and maybe for the Emperor's used as well, because that was so much damage. For the Emperor is a global buff from the Force Commander. Down it goes. Baneblade was dealt with again, just pushed up way too far. I mean, the first one just like stayed around a bit too long, but that one there, that was up a bit too far from Qwest. I think that was Qwest. Yes. Katla's getting another one up. And Katla is the middle player, so most likely it will go over to the west side. Lehman Russ is still level 1. Predator tank. Should be able to outrange it, I think, with the autocannon. I'm not sure though. Yes, I think so. Shooting at the Inquisitor now, but those Inferno pistol shots are bad news for everything, pretty much. Here come the Ogryns. Going for the Apothecary. Done a good job, Qwest, going for the Apothecary early. Often you'll see players not targeting that guy as much as they should. Does so much for his army. It's like a force multiplier, that fella. Kicking off west side, is it? Space Marines have taken it back. There's the 2-to-1. The combat is on. Katla's Baneblade is there. With the Lehman Russ alongside it. The Space Marines, of course, can retreat back to and reinforce off that Land Raider. So it's a massive force multiplier of its own. Oh wow, those tactical marines had a bad day. Here comes a las cannon, gonna do some work. Manticore strike. Didn't seem to target the Land Raider fully. Targeted the things outside first. I guess it did a decent job. Good push from the Imperial Guard. Not overextending that Baneblade. Nicely done, Katla. Can they get the cap though? Lord General's trying. Poor retinue fellows dropping like flies, but he's still there. Here comes the Commissar with Fist of Rockets. There it is. None shall fall. And the Commissar's trying to cap. None shall fall doesn't work on the Commissar himself though, obviously. And that is a librarian. That's a pretty cool looking librarian. Look at that. Uh-oh. Rocket run. That's nasty. That is very nasty. Land Raider clings to life somehow. Baneblade did go down though. Lots of las cannons over here, isn't there? Or is it just the one? I think it's just one. Baneblade did not survive though. Turned and trying to move away while I was looking at the Commissar. Land Raider lives. Speaking of las cannons, Imperial Guard did not have any. That's a really hectic engagement there. Asmondeus down to 2 units, although they are Terminators and a Librarian. Force Commanders down, giving orders buffs. 312 to 176. Look at Jamona's army. Pretty powerful. Those Terminators backing away. Ogren's getting stuck in, and here comes some more. Not really able to put more pressure on the Land Raider right now. Those guys just trying to cap. Frag assault misses. It's another rocket run. Not too great at taking out vehicles, but can really mess up infantry. And here comes Qwest. He was getting another Baneblade. 312 to 176. The Land Raider lives. Here's a heavy turret. Now it's doing big oh, it missed that shot there. Terminator's taking a lot of damage though. Don't think the heavy turret is in range of anything at the moment. But it's not the best place to put it because this is still a shot block of the street. Even though it's destroyed, I think. 312 to 167. The damage this thing does. It's not going to last long without some repairs. Down it goes. Space Marines are retaking the west side. 312, 160. What is this? It's Lehman Russ. These guys don't have a heavy melee weapon, but they can go on rear armor with power weapons and do a decent job. There they go. Gonna meet a Baneblade. But I'm happy to take this Lehman Russ out before they go. No, they can't. What is this? Ogren's going for the power? Yes, they are. West side, what do we have? Assault Terminators, some regular Terminators, Vanguard Veterans, couple of tanks, and a Lehman Russ. Sorry, a Land Raider. Good luck with that. Maybe it's time to push through the mid, fellas. There's that. What is this? The 3rd Baneblade? The 4th? I think it's the 4th Baneblade. Or is it? What is it doing? Going west, maybe. Asmondeus is not messing around. Getting stuck in. 289 to 158. Decent Manticore strike. Really bad for Terminators because they don't get knocked over by it. So they're all sticking in that little trio to get hit over and over again. Usually a squad will get hit and then they'll all be spread out. Vanguard Veterans are in trouble here. Ogren's on them in retreat. Ouch. Level 1 Vanguard Veterans trying to jump in there and do some work. Ogren's might be able to just shoot them to death. I think they did. Yes, they did. Assault Terminators in there. Doing an inspirational on kill, of course. But they're in trouble. Having to teleport out. 263, 158. Ogren's have found something else to chase. Rear armor hits on this Predator tank. Down it goes. Imperial Guard are pushing through the mid with armor support here. There's more Terminators. More Assault Terminators from Asmon. I wonder if they will get Lightning Claws, because these Ogrins are becoming problematic. These fellas are level 3. These fellas are level 4. Not sure why the Ogrins backed away there. Need to teleport, guys. There we go. Getting a decap, are they? Well, they were. Vanguard veterans jumping in there. Going for the decap. Meanwhile, look at this. Jamona is in base. In Volhrim's base. And there's not a whole lot they can do about it. 229 to 158. One of the base turrets is gone. These guys are just getting roasted constantly and reinforcing. What is this? That's a Lim Russ. That's an orbital though. Ogrins are here. May as well hit retreat so they take less damage, I think. Still 229 to 151. The Imperial Guard did take the VP over here, as you can see. It's been retaken. Last cannon is here now. And down goes the Lehman Russ. 4 Ogrins. Some support now. Is this gonna end up being a massive mistake from Jamona? Rocket run. Some friendly fire. Can the Land Raider get away? There's a Baneblade chasing it now. What's this fella up to? Trying to take out all these base turrets, eh? Base turrets are tough. They're still chasing the Land Raider. There is some support here, though. Looks like it was a good call from Jamona. The Land Raider gets away. Did a huge amount of damage. Volhrim now only has Ogrins and not a lot of Requisition. Is that enough for the Space Marines to pull through now? These guardsmen should be okay, I think, level 4. Predator tank goes down there, 228 to 129. Scouts retaking the eastern power. Baneblade, 2 Baneblades are on the field right now, and more Lehman Russes on the way. Volhrim is depleted though, because of that base rush. So many dead guardsmen. So many did everything. I think Jamona lost. Nope, it's still here. The last cannon's still here. Vanguard veteran is still level 1 for lazy. There's like no other Marines. They're all Terminators. Oh, there's some Stern Guard. So that's what? 4 squads of Terminators, 2 of them being Assault. 2 Land Raiders now. Against 2 Baneblades, 2 Ogrins, and soon to be 3 Lehman Russes. Try and shoot down the Librarian, I say. Ogrins aren't going to stand up against double Terminators for too long in melee. In fact, I think they wiped out there. Yes, they did. Here come the Lehman Russes, though. Baneblade's in big trouble. Big trouble. There's a lot of Thunderhammers. Any Thunderhammer number more than 1 is a lot. And this is 6. Boom. That was a very quick Baneblade kill. 173, 129. There's the other Baneblade. It's in a precarious position here. Just can't do damage quickly enough to these Terminators now. They have been a little bit haphazard with a couple of Baneblades, but sometimes they just haven't been able to get away. Volhrim getting some Kashyyykin up. Lots of damage done to the Terminators, but no models taken. Must be very frustrating. Can they get anywhere near a VP now? 145 to 129. Level 5 Commissar with Emperor's Wrath. That is a line of guns that would ordinarily be terrifying, but when you're packing 4 squads of Terminators, not so bad. Supported by Land Raiders. There's Nonshot Fort. I think they missed some las cannons of their own here, Imperial Guard. Put some pressure on those Land Raiders from long range. These guys are all chasing this Lehman Russ. Not sure if it's going to get away. Baneblade getting stuck into a Land Raider. Land Raider's getting repairs though. Just wasn't quite able to stabilize on this west side with like some bunkers and stuff, the Imperial Guard, were they? As soon as that first Land Raider came out, things started to turn around for the Space Marines. A decent rocket run. But again, these are Terminators, so just get back up again. 111 and 129 on the VPs is pretty close. But the red Space Marine is about to get a 2-to-1 cap here. What is this? A very brave Lord Commissar is what it is. These Terminators are very low. I don't suppose the Inquisitors are around here somewhere. No, they teleported away. Vanguard Veterans with a Power Fist purchased. Going after a Lehman Russ here. It's about to get a lot of support in terms of plasma guns. And does survive, I think. These guys have a Cyclone missile launcher that could take out Lehman Russ. Here are the Kasrikin with plasma guns. And some grenades. Those Vanguard Veterans are soaking up damage, eh? 2200 hit points at level 2. Is not bad. What is this? Baneblade is still alive. It's a miracle. Is this more Terminators? Bloody hell. 3 squads of Assault Terminators. This is just an untenable position. What do you do against this? No amount of tanks can stop this. You can't suppress them. Maybe like triple Inquisitors or something. You'd need just so many plasma guns and everything just to take on that one player's army. Let's make pressure, says Jamona. Apparently rolling up to someone's base with a Land Raider wasn't enough pressure. Another Baneblade on the way for Qwest. You guys, I think 9 Terminators with Thunderhammers is too much for any Baneblade. Here comes a heavy turret. Lehman Russ is having a bad day. Somehow survives. 2-to-1 cap here for the Space Marines. I feel like they have this. They just reached critical mass of Terminators here. A couple of the Baneblades were maybe used a bit haphazardly, but I mean, certainly not all of them. It's just very hard to stop this. You have to kind of stop that early. 25 to 129. Single cap now. Some friendly fire over there. There's no way back. And poor Volhrim getting caught in base while the rest of their army was away. Turned out very bad. There's the double. And that's going to be the game. Very, very strong from Jamona. Stayed very solid while Asmon and Lazy had some setbacks, and that kept the red team going, really did. It's a whirlwind at the end. The level 6 Force Commander did have Artificer at the end. Got that Sacred Standard doing some crazy damage. A level 10 Techmarine from Jamona. The Macho Man Marines doing a great job. Signum, Orbs, and the Melter Gun. Level 9 Apothecary. Really racked up the levels at the end there. The level 6 Commissar, Fist of Brockus. Can't keep your tanks from dying though, unfortunately. Level 10 Lord General and a level 5 Inquisitor who was down on the east side. What a fun game. Crazy back and forth. Very powerful factions in tier 3, but Space Marines, they hit their mass and they got going and couldn't be stopped. Were these the... I'm not sure if Asmondeus had an Assault Terminator squad that went down at some point, or were these the first ones still? I'd love to know how many kills they got. But they have it. Thank you for watching, guys. Big thanks to the players for taking part, and for Impregnable for organising these faction wars. I will see you next time.